Alright, back in April during my update, I talked about I planted this pollinator garden, and in the instructions it said about 6 weeks of watering and then you get some flowers. Well, it has now been over 6 weeks, but I finally got some flowers showing up, and but the rest of it, I mean, clover, other sort of mess, and my other regular weeds are trying to get in. But I hope some more flower types will show up, and not mimosa. I really hate this stuff. I really hope this wasn't part of the stuff. Anyways, rose bush is recovering from the deer chomping off the buds, and the other bushes are continuing to grow. The tower garden, I don't know what happened to the strawberries, why they started and they all died. But on the other side of it, these strawberries, I've never had strawberries producing this late in the season. So I guess with the extra water this season, these are ever-bearing strawberries maybe? I cannot remember. But they're doing a little better compared to the ones I bought, which I will have to get a replacement set for. I'm still not sure the garden tower is the best of these tower things. The small, thin ones, I've seen other ones without this tube in the center, seem to work really well because they have deeper pockets than this. And I just don't have enough table scraps and stuff to start a worm farm in the middle there to sustain that. Alright, so back to the garden beds. Now, when I did this, I was starting late. Just wanted to get something started this year because last year broke my back and didn't get anything done. So putting in 12 pumpkin seeds, which I didn't think any of them would germinate because I think the seeds were a few years old, was just, doing fun. So the pumpkins definitely took over a lot and probably reduced the growth rate of the second bed over there because there was more on that one than on this one. But I do have the 2 pumpkins growing. And they look like they're different types of pumpkins. So I'd like to get something underneath them to get them off the ground, but we'll see. I'll go to the potato plants are actually flowering, which I believe means that there's potatoes in there. So with these bags, I could go into this pocket right here and dig around and try to find some potatoes and pull them out. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let them grow. I picked the big pepper over here, and I picked one of the jalapenos, and now I have 2 more jalapenos there and a 3rd one down there and another one right there. And now I also have, these are red bell peppers, so I've gotten a couple of these. So those 3 pepper plants are the ones I got from the store. So that's the best I've ever had as far as pepper growth. So that's definitely helpful. Big boy tomatoes, got a few here. As you can tell by this curve here, had little issues. We had a storm just about 2 weeks ago, and it was pretty windy. Not a lot of rain, but really windy. And when I came out here, both of the tomato plants had been bent over, and so I had to chop off the top on one of them because it definitely couldn't support it anymore. So I hope they still do fine and start producing something. I also trimmed up Try to keep the leaves off the ground, the bottom. Yeah, a little trimming there. This one is doing a little better. So with this spiral stake, you gotta make sure it's going up and inside so it can be supported. Rhubarb, I mean it's hanging in there. Yeah, it looks like it might have another stalk starting, so that's good. Well, there's a pea back, and it looks like there's flowering again. Again, I think that the problem with the peas is that they didn't get going quick enough before other things started drowning out. I mean, this right there is the sweet potato plant, and this connected itself to the back wire there. The carrots, yeah, I tried to clear out a little bit of area right here, but these are obviously way too much. I should have thinned that out to give them more room to breathe so that they'll grow better. I had a cucumber. I picked the cucumber. It was nice and thick, and so the plant over here doesn't have as much air as the other one that was climbing up so it's creating these little funky little tiny cucumbers. So if these two right here were on a stake and were able to climb up, I'm assuming they would produce some better cucumbers. So again, if I had more of a plan instead of just trying to get things out here, that would probably be one of the things, like spread out, thin out the carrots, get the cucumbers on something to crawl. I might next year try to create some sort of thing for everything to crawl on. I probably won't do corn again. At least I won't do it in the same one, because I mean, it looks like it's starting something, but yeah, I don't have a lot of local corn. But again, I'm trying to use heritage corn, I think, sometimes, or not hybrid stuff. This potato, this is one the deer ate the tops off of, and it's growing back nicely. And so it has some flowers. I don't know if you can see those. So I'm hoping that those little buds there turn into some lemons. We'll see. And things will grow straight up, even if it's on a sloped hill. So these potatoes, I was watering, and I actually uncovered it. So there's potatoes like right at the top here, and I had to cover them back up because you don't want green potatoes. You don't want to eat green potatoes, so I had to get those covered back up. This is supposed to be the same grape plant, Concord grape plant, as this one, but obviously the leaves are different. So I don't know what's going on with there. It is definitely not the same as the wild scuppernong that is like takes over everything back here. I'm hoping in the fall that I can get back here and do something. Every time I get around the back, there is like poison something back there. It's more than poison ivy, and I get it bad. So I have a little hesitancy about going back there and messing with stuff back there. But still, grapes are still hanging in back there, those bunches. And that's about it. Big thunderstorm, rain last night after I watered the gardens, so hopefully they got plenty of water. It's been humid and hot for the last few days, and that's just July in North Carolina. So thanks for joining.